Okay, y'all, if you can see me, I've got flour all over my shirt, all over my jeans. But I made this. Did it require pie or flour? No. But I made these, and they definitely required flour. So I hope you hang out with me, and let's get after it, making these 3 different, 2 savory and 1 fresh fruit pie that is going to be a hit. I just know it. Okay, so excited for March. That means the pies of March 2025. This is my 2nd year to be invited by LeAnne at the Mennonite Farmhouse and Tony at Kettle Kitchen. They're co-hosting this great collaboration. Last year was a huge success, and I see nothing but a huge success for 2025. They are going to have a live giveaway the first week of April, so be sure and comment down below in the comment sections for your chance to win either hashtags as part of the live event, or have your name drawn if they choose us. I know there's a first prize is a $100 Amazon gift card. There's 2 $50 Amazon gift cards and a bunch of other prizes. So we really appreciate Tony and LeAnne providing this to our subscribers and those who comment on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Fine sea salt. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon. If you're using kosher salt, fine kosher salt, you'll want to use 1 teaspoon. Mix that together just like we would in our mixer, in our food processor. Okay, remember this is going to make 2 pie crusts, so a top and a bottom. And so we're putting in the 1 cup of cold butter, some little chunks. And my pastry cutter, I placed that in the freezer too. I'm going to put you on fast forward, but what we want to do is just use our pastry cutter to cut in the butter to flour. Okay. So it's not as little as fine as it would be if I was in the food processor, but it's just about as good as my muscles are going to get. So what I'm going to do is add in the rest of the flour, and I'm going to work it in. You notice I took off my sweater, worked up a sweat. So I'm going to work this in with my pastry cutter, which I did put in the freezer before this. And then we had refrigerator cold butter. So I'm going to keep working this on, and then when I start adding the cold water and bring it together, I'll bring you back. Okay, I've got the butter worked in the way I want it, so now I'm going to start adding a couple tablespoons of ice cold water and just start bringing it together. Into the refrigerator, both these go. For our meat pie, I'm going to use a 1/4 pound of, I'm going to use 1 pound of ground beef. This is beef from our cattle that we raise. So I added a diced yellow onion into the mixture with the ground beef, salt and pepper, and some garlic salt, and then I added in a potato. The potato adds a little bit of consistency for the starches, and it's just nice and simple. Put a lid on this and let it cook. And again, you could add any seasonings you want. I'm just going to keep it with the salt, potatoes, just keep it pretty plain. Okay, now for my fresh fruit pie. This one's so easy. You let the refrigerator do the work in the mixing machines. 8 ounces of cream cheese, your brand. I like Philadelphia cream cheese. That's just my go-to. So we're going to mix that till it becomes nice and creamy. I'll bring you back. Half a cup of powdered sugar, and I'm going to start this out by a 1/4 cup at a time. And we'll let that incorporate together. So it's getting that pretty shine on it, and then we're going to add the other half, or the other 1/4, and mix that together. Okay, now I'm going to add in slowly a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, or a little more of good vanilla. I'm going to let that incorporate, and then we'll come back to it. I get this all leveled out, you're going to put some Cool Whip or whatever you want to use. You can make your own. 2 tablespoons of butter, or 2 teaspoons of butter, and an onion, medium onion, half an large onion, whatever you like. Okay, to my onions, I added celery, and it depends on how much you want to add as what you add. And I added some rough chopped garlic. I'm going to let those saute. And then to that mixture, I'm going to add probably a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of flour to make a roux. And once I had the roux made, then I added a half a cup of chicken broth. I added mixed vegetables. You can do frozen or canned. I did frozen. And then I added chopped rotisserie chicken, just to make it very simple and easy. I wound up adding a half a cup of heavy whip to my mixture. It depends on how much chicken, all your ingredients you have. Okay, I'm not good at measurements, but I did add paprika. I added garlic salt. I then added some thyme, and I even found some poultry seasoning from the holidays that I wound up adding. Okay, I'm ready to cut these out now. I'm just going to use a wide mouth clean lid, or a, what do you call these? Oh goodness. Hummingbird moments are real, guys. So there's a top or a bottom, and then we're going to do another one. Okay, after cutting out, you may have to roll them out a little bit more. I'm going to put water around the edge of this to crimp them together. I'm going to lay that right over there, and then I'm going to raise up the sides a little bit, roll them up just a little bit. And there's no fancy way of doing this. You just do it the best to get a good seal. Then after I roll them up, I like to then take the fork and a little bit of flour and go around the edges. And then I put a few little punchers at the top, and there you go. Try to keep it in the middle without overfilling it. I'm going to go around it with water with my fingers. Place the top on. And the only thing I'm going to do with these is just crimp them. I'm not going to roll them up. Make a few little vent holes, then put them on the sheet pan. My egg wash, put it over there, make it nice and golden brown and flaky. Okay, I got the hand pies in the oven, so now we're going to top off the pie, the fruit pie, with the Cool Whip, and then we're going to decorate. Okay, they're ready. Paying attention to the dirty dishes, but we've got our chicken pot pies and our meat pies, and I've got in the refrigerator still the fruit pie. So let's try these first. So let's look at this. Oh, this is gonna be our chicken pot pie. Ooh, look at that. I hope you can see the steam coming off of it. Yum. And then here is one of our beautiful meat pies. And my husband just had some of these, and he said they are scrumptious. Let's take a bite. They're so good. Now, wherever you're from, it's meant dishwasher. Wherever you're from, you may call them empanadas. You may call them, I don't know what else you call them besides empanadas and meat pies. But for me, being Native American, I would call them a meat pie. Okay, don't forget to go out and visit all the channels that are posting for Pies of March. Their link is down in the description of this video. And thanks for hanging out with me. And again, thank you, Tony and LeAnne, Kettle Kitchen, and LeAnne at Mennonite Farmhouse. And don't forget, they got a giveaway. That will be, the information will be down in the description. So have a happy Pies of March. You like my glasses? They're pears. And look, there's little shamrocks. Yep.